What's up, everybody? This is your boy Casey Cox, and welcome back to the Rebuild. I know it's been a little minute. I've been on a little hiatus, handling a lot of things, taking care of some stuff, But right now, we're in the midst of a situation going on around the world. It's that coronavirus thing, So I just want to talk about that a little bit, real quick. I'm in New York City right now, but things are getting a little bit serious. They shut down a few things, restaurants, movie theaters, things like that. They slowing things down. They are considering at this time a shelter in place, situation. They've been saying that the announcement could be coming in 48 hours, but that was like from yesterday or a day or so ago. So maybe sometime today, you could be hearing from the Mayor de Blasio, about the situation. There's a lot of panic going around. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in a lot of other places, but in New York City, because I'm in New York City right now, so there's a lot of panic. And I know everybody hear about the whole toilet paper thing going down. It's crazy. I made my runs to the store yesterday with the BJ's, Target, and stuff to get some things for my family and everything. And it was a little tight getting some stuff. You got most of the things we need, but of course toilet paper. We still gotta get some of that, from somewhere, But it's a little crazy out there. They're doing they have some measures in place to try to quell some of that panic, shopping. Is to the point where you go into stores like Target, they actually have people in the aisleway, guarding the paper towels and stuff, making sure people only take one or two, and they ain't running in there trying to take the whole, the whole aisle, in one time, So yeah, like I said, it's getting crazy out there. There's a lot of panic. I want to try to put a little bit of things in perspective, a little bit, not to downplay the situation, not to, try to say go out there and do whatever. I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, just go out there, do whatever. It don't matter. It's whatever. No, you should be taking care of yourself and being cautious. But maybe try to put a little something in perspective, because I feel like there's a lot of fear mongering going on out there, especially the media. All you're talking about. Everything on the news these days is coronavirus related. Every little thing, it's to the point where my wife is like, she she's not a bad person, but she's like, I know somebody out there, somebody got shot around. So she just want to hear anything else besides the coronavirus in the news, So, so I just want to try to put a little bit of things in perspective. They say right now in New York City, there's almost 2,000, a little under 2,000. Cases of coronavirus, people that tested positive for coronavirus. But let's put that a little bit, as of right now, I'm just saying, because I said the number could go up or whatever, but as of right now, it's a little under 2,000. But you put it in perspective, in New York City alone right now, there's over 8.5 or 8.6 million people in New York City alone. So again, it's not to downplay the situation or try to say, again, like it's not serious, because again, I know it can be a very serious thing, especially for older people with pre-existing conditions and people with compromised immune systems and or may have respiratory issues such as asthma and things like that. But I'm just saying, trying to stem a little bit of the fear mongering going on out there, like, oh my God, like it's everybody. Let's put it in perspective. There's a little under 3,000 cases in New York City right now, but there's over 8.6 million people in New York City. So to put that in perspective, it's relatively small. Now, of course, as I said, I understand that as more people get tested, the more cases is gonna come. But let's not jump out of our skin like, oh my God, everybody in New York got it. Now they say over New York statewide, there's a little under 3,000. New York statewide, that means the whole state of New York, right? But the thing to that is, again, right now in New York statewide, it's about 19.5. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hit me in the comment section. 19.5 million people in New York statewide. So 13 confirmed cases statewide a little under 3,000 statewide out of 19.5 or could be more million. Again, not trying to downplay it, but just put some things in perspective. Let's put it in perspective a little bit. They say worldwide, there's about 200,000 cases worldwide. Again, not good. It's very bad. Italy is getting hit really hard right now. Of course, China was the first because they say that's where it originated at. So China went through 80,000 people out there. I think Iran right now, I think I read or heard somewhere that they getting hit with it a little hard right now. But the thing is, again, 200,000 worldwide. But again, to put that in perspective, I think there's something like 7.5 billion people in the world. So again, 200,000 out of 7.5 billion. It's serious. But again, as far as the fear mongering goes, like, oh, it's engulfing the world, So let's run out there and let's hurry up and panic buy everything. Let's it's the end of the world. Let's everybody's out there panicking and fear mongering, and let's stop try to put things in perspective, and stop with the fear mongering. I think the media is doing a horrible job, handling this thing, because they're talking about everything is corona, and then everything is they keep talking about the people that's dying, which again is a sad situation. Nobody should have to die, nobody lose their life, especially over something like this. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of more people that are recovering from it, but we don't hear about that too much in the media. Like, oh, when people's recovering, let's talk to some of the survivors. Let's hear about some of the symptoms and things like that. We're not getting that. We're getting all people got it. Oh my God, people died. This person died. That person died. And again, not to downplay the situation, because again, R.I.P. to anybody that passed, and condolences to their family and everything like that. But again, you don't want to keep pushing that. I mean, again, it's important. We want to make sure that we push the urgency to properly, take care of yourself, and cough in your air bowl, wash your hands, be touching your face and everything like that. But here's the thing with that. That's old school, home training, or autopsy, as some other people might say. That's old school. That's nothing new. We should have been doing it. People should have been covering their mouth and washing their hands and not being nasty. But unfortunately, a lot of people are. Even right now, when I work in transit, so I'm out here in the transit system on the trains. And just the other day, in the midst of this going on, a guy standing up in the door of the train, and he just coughing with his mouth open, no cover right. He looks at me and kind of like, smirking and stuff, like something's funny. That's not funny. Even in the midst of this situation, people are still acting like that. But like I said, that's just some people. But I'm saying, at the end of the day, all that stuff they talked about, hand sanitizing and washing hands, that's old school home training. That's nothing new. That's something we should have been doing. People should have been taking care of themselves. That's probably the reason why I think spread it so much, because so many people out there have poor habits in these areas. So they're just out there touching everything and everybody, and it's a sad situation. So what I would like to see is, after all this is over, people continue, keep that same energy. We'll fall back to now, all of a sudden we're gonna go out and wash my hands, or the hand sanitizer stays on the shelf now, and people ain't giving a crap no more. No, keep that same energy, because it'll be that same energy that if the next time something else comes from somewhere, that'll probably keep it from getting this bad, because people already be cleaning their hands like regularly they're supposed to anyway. So with that being said, I just wanted to get this out there real quick. Hope this helps some people. Hope this gives a little clarity, and maybe bring some anxiety down a little bit. Like I said, I'm here in New York. So I'll be updating as we go along. At least what's going on here in New York. So I'm here. I want everybody out there to stay healthy, stay safe. Do what you need to do to protect yourself and your family, and especially look out for the older people that surround you, and your kids and anybody with the health issues. So till next time, one love.